coalition of Nigerian Youth People's Assembly has declared that President Buhari must expedite actions to saving the lives of new police recruits at the Nigerian police academies by reframing their feeding budgetary allocation per day so as to change the poor living conditions in order to reduce hunger, hatred, bitterness, to curb brutalities among officers. The convener and speaker of the group, Ambassador Sunday Okereke, made the declaration at its legislative panel on Friday in Abuja. He said, with the lessons drawn from the recent NSAS protests across the country, it is expedient to address the ugly situations on Nigerians' brutality by policemen while tackling issues of privatization and commercialization of police kits, training and retraining, and also invest heavily in research and development in order to rebuild the police system for best practice. The recent NSAS protests, which practically left injuries with many Nigerians, have been best described as unprofessional in the context of international best practice, as many believe men of the force has not been regarded when it comes to remuneration, thus resulting in the versatile attitude and provocation while discharging their duties. This is no doubt has to demoralize citizens through the officers' misconduct, leading to loss of lives and properties in time past. Speaking on the theme of the plenary, the Abuja Declaration, the convener, Ambassador Sunday Okereke, noted that tracking government actions on the 545 demands is paramount to ensuring a total implementation of the police reform, adding that as a legitimate and responsible citizens, their constitutional rights to peaceful protest must be protected as they continue to creatively lend their voices in pursuit of key policy reform that propel the nation's much-needed security, economic growth, good governance, and sustainable prosperity. Ambassador Sunday, therefore, reiterates that an investigation must be carried out to identify those responsible for the shooting of innocent Nigerians at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos, Tuesday, October 28, 2020.
We hereby condemn in strong terms the shooting of innocent Nigerians at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos on Tuesday, October 20, 2020. We call on the relevant authorities to expedite actions on thorough investigation of the incident while urging state actors to exercise restraint in any action that might jeopardize the ongoing investigation and best miscarriage of justice. And the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, on the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS. We, however, frown at the horrid decision of the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Mohammed Adamu, to form the Special Weapons and Tactical Squad SWAT without due and wide consultations as pledged to the Nigerian people. As a movement, we are deeply concerned that the premature self-styled urgency of this action will cause the web of impunity in the police system and formation to continue to flourish unabated. We note that the mandate of the Enabling Act of the Nigerian Police as amended, that every single member of the Nigerian Police is supposed to have basic training in crime prevention, protection, and crime detection. By the Police Establishment Act, the police shall be employed for the prevention and detection of crime, the apprehension of offenders, the preservation of law and order, the protection of life and property, and the due enforcement of all laws and regulations with which they are directly charged, and shall perform such military duties within or outside Nigeria as may be required.
Also, on the issue of the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, Ambassador Sunday expresses dissatisfaction over the IGP's hurried decision to establishing the Special Weapons and Tactical Squad, SWAT, without due and wide consultation as pledged to the Nigerians, noting that the move might increase impunity in the sector. Meanwhile, on commending President Buhari and the federal government for its prompt activeness to instituting a compensation to the deceased families as a result of NSAS brutality, thus sue for immediate commencement for good governance and accountability, even as he encouraged the government to scale up recruitment to at least 1 million fresh police officers within the next 6 months to guarantee the security of lives and property of every Nigerian.
As a person and a leader, we all have been traumatized with the recent events that has engulfed our nation. Over the past few weeks, we have seen wanton destruction and witnessed loss of lives, especially of young people and men and women in uniform, over the demand for change and reform of our key institutions. For us, as an assembly, we are deeply concerned about the happenings in our country just after we commemorated our 60th anniversary of independence. We strongly believe that this is the time and the moment for us to unite and take necessary steps with commitment and honesty. As they say, truth is the basis of reconciliation. There is no doubt that our country is at war on many fronts. Insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, poverty, out-of-school children, unemployment as we know it today is at the highest level since the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1940. This should worry us as leaders, and we believe that the Appropriation Act is one of the most important democratic curricula and legislation that any country will pass in any fiscal year. We therefore call on Mr. President to look at ways and means to block leakages to ensure that government-owned enterprises generate revenue as supposed, and that efforts are made to curb unemployment, investment. Also, effort must be made to invest more in youth and see to it that young people have equal opportunity across the country.
Earlier, the President of the Assembly, Amina Oshopiai, noted that their aim is to chart a sustainable plan through policy reform strategies to build a Nigeria for all.
On the state of the nation and provide solutions on ways and means to rescue our country through key policy reform propositions and chart a sustainable path to peace following the aftermath of the EndSARS peaceful protests and our steps in our lofty aspirations to build a Nigeria for all Nigerians. As your president, I remain committed to pursuing policy reforms that will meet and surpass the genuine 545 demands of the youth. My office remains open to utilizing the novel outcomes of this unique assembly in tackling and driving a sustainable reform that will engender economic prosperity, human dignity, security and prosperity for all Nigerians.
The Assembly therefore appealed to young Nigerians to embrace the conversations on the path to peace and stop all forms of hostility and wanton destruction of public facilities as they continue to engage the system to achieve the desired results. Vincent Okushi, reporting for Quality Television.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.